Secondly,
it's coming on a downward path, Ciro. I mean, doctor, I'm sorry. It's coming on a downward path into the presidential limousine, goes through the president's body, misses Governor Connolly, and magically also misses the driver and doesn't do any damage to the presidential limousine.
Wait just a moment. I did not say that that bullet missed all of these people completely, or that it missed the car.
Well, whom did
you know that there were fragments found in the car, Mr. Bugliosi.
You said the bullet passed on a straight line through the president's body.
Absolutely.
Passed through soft tissue.
That's
right. So
right.
that bullet came out pristine.
That's right.
The bullet fragments found in the front seat of this car, Doctor, were bullet fragments, very, very damaged, very, very small. What happened to that pristine bullet when it came through President Kennedy's body?
What happened to the third bullet under the Warren Commission theory, Mr. Bugliosi? Where is it? You're asking me to be responsible for the bullets in this case?
I want to know what happened to your bullet,
I'm asking you what happened to the third bullet of the Warren Commission report.
Yeah, you don't want to answer my question.
Doctor?
No, I don't have. I can't tell you where all the bullets are.
Doctor,
I didn't conduct the investigation.
Yeah, the prosecution has its own magic bullet, okay?
Mr. Bugliosi, please. Dr. Wecht, I'm going to ask you, please. I know that we've got some time constraints, but both of you sure like to talk at the same time, and Mrs. Zahn is still working for the court, and she can't take you both. So let's just slow it down just a little. Okay?
Dr. Wecht, you've suggested, Doctor, that maybe the bullets that entered from the right front, if there were any bullets from the right front, were synchronized, right? That at the very moment that the bullet was fired from the rear, someone else may have fired from the side or the right front. Is that correct?
Yes. A bullet, sir.
Yeah. Now, how would the synchronization have taken place, Doctor?
Oh, that's very simple.
Was someone looking at a stopwatch with a rifle and also looking through the crosshairs?
You can do it according to a point in time. You can do it from a prearranged signal. You can do it with the stopwatch.
So they would be looking at the stopwatch and holding the rifle and at the same time looking through their sights. Is that correct?
In whatever way it's done. I haven't done much shooting like that recently.
Have you thought about it, Doctor?
Yes, I've thought about it.
Because...
Not a problem. Not a problem with the right kind of watch and shooting with a good weapon. Not a problem.
Because it would have had to have hit within 1/18th of a second. Is that correct?
Yes.
You agree with that?
I agree. Well, not necessarily with 1/18th, but I agree within a fraction, and a small fraction of a second. Yes, I do agree.
Extremely, extremely remote. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I would say that it is a remote possibility, but a physical possibility to be considered.
Okay. Well, Doctor, by definition, it seems to me that you are saying that if the other 8 pathologists disagreed with you, and they did, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Seems to me, Doctor, that by necessary implication, they are either hopelessly and utterly incompetent or they deliberately suppress the truth from the American public. Is that correct?
There is a third alternative, which would be a hybrid, to some extent, of the deliberate suppression, sir. To some extent, a subconscious desire not to injure or aggrieve the government, from whom they look for various research grants and appointments and lectureships at the Armed Forces Institute of Pathology and a variety of other...
Who are some of these other doctors? Aren't they doctors of good reputation and standing in the medical community?
You bring them here, sir, and present them to the jury. I can only present my testimony, show the pictures for His Honor and the jury. You bring the other 8 in and let them present their views.
So of the 9 pathologists, Dr. Wecht, you're the only one that had the honor and the integrity and the professional responsibility to tell the truth to the American people. Is that correct, Doctor?
I'll prefer to put it this way. I'm
the
only one who had the courage to say that the king was nude and had no clothes on. Yes.
No further questions.
All right, to redirect, thank you.
Just a couple of questions, Dr. Wecht. You've been asked by Mr. Bugliosi to try to explain what happened to the magic bullet as it was fired into the president's limousine. Do you even believe that the magic bullet was fired into the president's limousine?
I have much doubts about where and when that bullet was fired, how it was found at Parkland Hospital, and how it may relate to other individuals who played a key role in this case who were seen at Parkland Hospital that afternoon.
Are you aware of the fact that Mr. Ruby, Jack Ruby, was at the Parkland Hospital that afternoon?
Yes, I have Mr. Ruby very much in mind.
And do you think that bullet 399 is a true and genuine bullet that was fired at the time the president was murdered? Or do you think in reasonable medical probability, based on reasonable medical probability, that it's a fake and a fraud?
I have much doubt as to whether that bullet went through any of the individuals that day. If it did, it would be consistent only with a bullet having gone through the president's neck. It would not be consistent, for the reasons I've given, with a bullet that would have destroyed 4 to 5 inches of the governor's rib and caused a comminuted fracture of the governor's wrist.
No further questions.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wecht. Call your next witness.